Through mist-soaked roads he wanders on, a hunter clad in steel. His boots know every forest path where darker things reveal. From hamlet gates to mountain huts, his name is whispered low. A sellsword bound to silvered fate, where common folk won't go. He tracks the spoor of nightmare beast by moon's unblinking eye. And when the clash of fang begins, he fights so none need die. A wanderer with a weary heart, yet coin keeps him aligned. For monsters fall beneath his blade, and peace is left behind. Raise your cups and sing his tale, the hunter on the roaming trail. Where shadows rise and hope grows frail, he stands, unbroken, grim and pale. Tavern halls they greet his step with fear and grateful cheer. For every tale he carries home is bought with blood and fear. A chimera in the valley low, a wraith upon the fen. He's slain them all for battered towns and trembling desperate men. Yet though his purse grows heavy, still his spirit feels the cost. For every beast that meets his blade recalls a lifelong lost. But onward rides the hunter lone through storm and bitter cold, a guardian for hire whose deeds are rarely told. Raise your cups and sing his tale, the hunter on the roaming trail. Where shadows rise and hope grows frail, he stands, unbroken, grim and pale. Beneath the crimson moon he faced a fiend of old, a serpent crowned in embered scales, with hunger fierce and bold. The battle roared through shattered pines, through fire, ash and roar, till at the dawn the beast lay still, its tyranny no more. The village rang with grateful cries, yet he did not remain. For hunters walk a lonely path, through triumph and through pain. So once again he took the road, his silhouette grown thin, a legend drifting ever on, where new dark tales begin. Raise your cups and sing his tale, the hunter on the roaming trail. Where shadows rise and hope grows frail, he stands, unbroken, grim and pale. And when the night begins to wail, he'll come, your shield of tempered mail. whispering woods where the tall pines sway lives a goblin who chuckles through night and day. With moss in his hair and mud on his knees, he dances in circles with the rustling leaves. He'll swap your boots for a pair of stones, tie ribbons of ivy around your bones. Yet travelers smile when they hear his cheer, for his pranks bring joy more than fear. Oh, laugh, little goblin, laugh so free. Your tricks are the forest melody. Though weary wanderers may grumble and groan, they leave with a tale that's all your own. Oh yeah, oh yeah. He'll hide your map in a hollowed log, or mimic your voice like a croaking frog. He paints your cloak with berries bright, so you glow like dawn in the fading light. He'll steal your hat, then bow with grace, a jester crowned in a leafy lace. But when you chase him through the glade, he vanishes quick in the emerald shade. Oh, laugh, little goblin, laugh so free. Your tricks are the forest melody. Though weary wanderers may grumble and groan, they leave with a tale that's all your own. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. At dusk he sits on a mushroom throne, humming tunes in a mischievous tone. Fireflies gather to hear his song, a chorus of giggles all night long. He means no harm, this woodland sprite, just spreading mirth till morning light. So if you wonder where wild things play, expect a prank to brighten your day. Oh, laugh, little goblin, laugh so free. Your tricks are the forest melody. Though weary wanderers may grumble and groan, they leave with a tale that's all your own. Born to merchants counting coins beneath the morning sun, they dreamed of schools and ledgers, of a scholarly-minded son. But Merrin held a lute as if it were his destined sword, strumming through his lessons, every note a soft discord. His parents sighed in worry as he played the day away, yet he felt the spark of greatness in each melody he'd play. Though scolded for his dreaming, he refused to let it part, for music lived within him, beating fiercely in his heart. Oh, hear the strings that wander, hear the tales that travel far, songs born from dusty crossroads and the glow of tavern stars. Let every voice rise with him as he plays across the yard, for he is Merrin the Bard. When grown he left his childhood home to roam the distant lands, gathering ancient stories from the lips of caravans. He wandered through the kingdoms where the mountains kissed the sky, and wrote of love and battles that would make the bravest cry. Crowds gathered just to hear him, and his fame began to grow. Supporters follow gladly everywhere he chose to go. His music shaped by journeys by the world, both harsh and grand, a minstrel forged by travel through the breadth of every land. Oh, hear the strings that wander, hear the tales that travel far, songs born from dusty crossroads and the glow of tavern stars. Let every voice rise with him as he plays across the yard, for he is Merrin the Bard. last he reached his hometown, where his first small tune was played, returning now a legend, though once just a dreaming shade. The people filled the square to hear the son they'd watched grow tall, and Merrin played his heart out for the place that shaped it all. His parents stood in silence, pride replacing former fears, as music washed the marketplace and stirred forgotten years. The boy who once played truant now stood honored, praised and starred, a hero of his homeland known as Merrin the Bard. Oh, hear the strings that wander, hear the tales that travel far, songs born from dusty crossroads and the glow of tavern stars. Let every voice rise with him as he plays across the yard, for he is Merrin the Bard.
The frostbitten north, where the red winds blow, walks a titan of muscle through the drifts of snow. No lord claims his oath, no king takes his knee, for his heart beats wild and his spirit runs free. Raise your cups to the warrior proud, whose roar shakes mountains, whose steps sound loud. He yields not to men, nor to crown, nor vow, only to the mightiest of steel does he bow. Does he bow? From the anvil of storms came the blade he wields, forged in dragon fire deep beneath the fields. It sings in his hand like a tempest unchained, and foes learn its name by the blood it has stained. Raise your cups to the warrior proud, whose roar shakes mountains, whose steps sound loud. He yields not to men, nor to crown, nor vow, only to the mightiest of steel does he bow. Does he bow? No council can tame him, no priest can command. He walks his own path through the untamed land, but honor he keeps like a flame in the cold, and the steel in his grasp is the truth he upholds. Raise your cups to the warrior proud, let the tavern echo his legend loud. He yields not to men, nor to crown, nor vow, only to the mightiest of steel does he bow. Does he bow? walks the guardian of the boulder seam, an elven warden carved from ancient dream. He knows each root beneath the moss-soft floor, each hidden trail, each forgotten lore. No shadow moves without his knowing glance, no trespass slips past his forest-born stance. O sentinel of Silver Grove, steadfast through the years, the wild bows to your presence, the night itself reveres. With leaf and claw beside you, no foe shall pass within, for you guard the elven kingdom, where all our hopes begin. The foxes bring him tidings from the northern ridge, owls whisper warnings perched on moonlit bridge. The stags stand watch where the river bends, and wolves run messages like trusted friends. He walks with them as kin, not lord nor master, bound by oath to shield from looming disaster. Through storm and stillness, through frost and flame, he keeps the border safe in the forest's name. O sentinel of Silver Grove, steadfast through the years, the wild bows to your presence, the night itself reveres. With leaf and claw beside you, no foe shall pass within, for you guard the elven kingdom, where all our hopes begin. When ironing-clad raiders creep through tangled briar, he summons wind and beast with quiet fire. Branches twist to bar the path of war, roots rise like serpents from the forest floor. His arrows hum with ancient woodland might, guided by stars that pierce the velvet night. And when the danger fades like dying ember, the forest sings a vow to always remember. O sentinel of Silver Grove, protector ever true, the forest breathes in harmony because of all you do. With nature's host beside you, no darkness shall begin, for you guard the elven kingdom, where all our hopes begin. In the shadow of the Blackmere fen, where the moonlight fears to roam, serpent flies with poison fangs rose nightly from their foam. They drifted over cottage roofs like whispers from the grave, and every sting they left behind no healer's hand could save. The children hid in shuttered rooms, the elders prayed in fright. For every dusk the buzzing swarm returned to claim the night. The village bells rang hollow tones, a warning in the air, that death had taken winged form and nested in their lair. Raise your voices, lift the flame, sing the tale, remember his name. One heart dead where none would tread, a hero born, though now long dead.
Among the trembling townsfolk stood a youth of steady gaze, a farmer's son with iron will beyond his tender age. He swore upon his father's blade the plague would end that eve. Though many begged him not to go, too many left to grieve. He wrapped his cloak against the stench that rose from swampy breath, and carried but a torch and hope into the jaws of death. Through reeds that hissed like wicked tongues and waters black as tar, he walked alone toward buzzing doom beneath a moonless star. Raise your voices, lift the flame, sing the tale, remember his name. One heart dead where none would tread, a hero born, though now long dead. He found the nest of writhing wings upon a rotting tree, a pulsing hive of venom's brood no mortal eye should see. With trembling hand he cast the torch and set the night ablaze. The swamp lit up in fiery wrath beneath his fearless gaze. The serpent fly screamed burning death, their reign forever done. But one last demon bit his flesh before the battle won. He staggered home at break of dawn, his breath already thin, and with a smile he whispered soft, let life return again. Raise your voices, lift the flame, sing the tale, remember his name. One heart dead where none would tread, a hero born, though now long dead. Your voices lift the flame, the village saved now speaks his name. Though he fell, his courage stays, a guiding light through darkest days. Hey, hey.
Shattered oaths and broken shields, their wandering lives began. Deserters fleeing battlefields where glory bled from man. Disgraced old knights with rusted blades and honor left to rot. Mercenary scraps whose captains died and left them to their lot. Outcasts from the city gates, grave robbers of the night, peace-bonded raiders riding wolves that howl for every fight. A fellowship of ruin bound by hunger, steel and spite. They walk the shadowed forest roads where law gives way to might. While hearts roam the moonlit roads where law dares not be found, their shadows slip through forest paths without a single sound. Coins or courage, either one the wandering rogues will claim. For every night the outlaw's life burns bright with untamed flame. They levy tolls on merchant trains with grins both sharp and sly, and ambush caravans at dusk beneath the storm-torn sky. They forge false signs signs on forest paths to lure the lost astray. Then lighten them of purse and pack before they slip away. They sell protection from themselves to towns too weak to stand, and gamble spoils in ruined inns across the borderland. Their livelihood is dishonor, yet their laughter fills the air. For in a world of crowns and chains they choose the life unfair. Wild hearts roam the moonlit roads where law dares not be found. Their shadows slip through forest paths without a single sound. Coins or courage, either one, the wandering rogues will claim. For every night the outlaw's life burns bright with untamed flame. The kingdom's patience snapped beneath the rising cost. Too many traitors slain or robbed, too many soldiers lost. A royal retinue rode out with banners bright and spears to cleanse the woods of brigands who had plagued them through the years. The bandits fought like cornered wolves, yet knew the day was grim. For armored knights and seasoned men outmatched each outlaw's whim. They fled through briar bog and stone to save their scattered lives. And for a while the kingdom slept, its roads again revived. Now only whispers haunt the trails where once their steel reigned proud. Their stories drift on midnight winds like ghosts without a shroud. The toll they took lives on in tales that travelers still recall. For rebel souls leave marks behind no kingdom can enthrall. Lone figure walks the road with staff of oak and grain, a wide-brimmed hat of starlit blue that shields him from the rain. His robes are stitched with silver runes that shimmer in the night, and in his eyes the ancient world still burn with gentle light. He moves with quiet certainty, a whisper in the breeze, a silhouette on moonlit paths beneath the forest trees. A wanderer of distant lands where mortal footsteps fade, a wizard wrapped in mystery yet never once afraid. He wanders north and south again, then east and farthest west. From mountain peaks to sea-washed shores he never stops to rest. Across the realms his footsteps fall where countless stories rise, a traveler bound to open roads beneath the endless skies. He greets all souls with open hands, no stranger meets a scorn. For kindness is the truest spell, a mortal heart is born. He pauses just to watch the dawn paint gold on river stone, and marvels at the smallest bloom in meadows overgrown. He laughs with children in the fields and shares their simple play. He listens to the shepherd's tales at closing of the day. He finds in every living thing a spark worth keeping bright, and carries peace within his steps like lanterns in the night. He wanders north and south again, then east and farthest west. From mountain peaks to sea-washed shores he never stops to rest. Across the realms his footsteps fall where countless stories rise, a traveler bound to open roads beneath the endless skies.
No storms he calls, no mountain splits, no armies bend his will. For greater power lies in hearts that choose to heal, not kill. He bridges clans long set apart by hatred's ancient scars, and teaches dwarves and elves alike to see beyond their wars. He speaks with rivers, speaks with winds, with forests old and wise, and binds the world in harmony where once division lies. A mage whose greatest sorcery is unity restored, a quiet force that shapes the world without a single sword. He wanders north and south again, and east and farthest west. From mountain peaks to sea-washed shores, he never stops to rest. Across the realms his footsteps fall, where countless stories rise. A traveler bound to open roads beneath the endless skies.
Upon the moss-soft woodland floor, a feather burning bright, a shard of dawning golden hue cast from celestial height. Its gloated whisper prophecy of trials yet untold, a path where shadows test the brave and hearts must rise bold. I felt the tremor of its power humming through the air, a warning wrapped in radiance, a sign both fierce and fair. Thus destiny uncloaked itself in embers' trembling gleam, and stirred my soul to wander forth beyond the mortal dream. Oh, Firebird in flames adorned, with plumes of red and gold, your radiance lights the darkest halls, a marvel to behold. An eternal blaze within your wings, no earthly night can tame. For every feather that you shed becomes a living flame. Becomes a living flame. Through distant realms I ventured on, where ancient spirits roam. The silver wolf beside my stride is howl, my guiding home. He spoke in winds and whispered runes of fortunes yet unseen, of kingdoms lost to time's embrace and lands where few have been. Across the dunes, through frozen wastes, he led me without fear. His eyes alight with starlit truth no mortal mind could steer. Together through the veiled unknown we walked as dusk grew deep, for fate had bound our wandering souls in promises to keep. Oh, Firebird in flames adorned, with plumes of red and gold, your radiance lights the darkest halls, a marvel to behold. An eternal blaze within your wings, no earthly night can tame. For every feather that you shed becomes a living flame.
I chase the bird of burning light across the twilight sky. Its wings unfurled like dawn itself, too wondrous to deny. But when I neared its blazing form, I stilled my reaching hand. For no man's grasp should claim a flame no mortal can command. Its beauty struck my humble heart with reverence profound. A living star in feathered shape that never touched the ground. So bowing low I stepped aside and let its glory be. For some bright wonders bless the world only when roaming free. Oh Firebird, forever bright, thy blazing wings set free. A herald of untamed dawns, wild as the boundless sea. Thy flames outshine the darkest night, no shadow dares remain. For in thy flight the world is crowned with everlasting flame.
In the ember-lit hall where the stone fires glow stands a stout dwarven barkeep with a beard like snow. He polishes tankards of hammered brass while the miners file in from the underpass. Their boots leave trails of the mountain's dust, their voices rumble deep with iron trust. They speak of caverns where the shadows creep, and he listens to their stories as he pours them deep. Raise your mugs, let the mountain hear the sound. For the tales of the night shake the roots underground. Every voice is a legend in the making tonight. In the hearth-warm glow of the dwarven firelight. Metal cast, suit stained and proud, their laughter booming like thunder loud. They tell of crucibles blazing white and molten rivers dancing in the night, of anvils ringing with ancient lore and sparks that fly like stars of yore. The barkeep nods with a knowing grin, for he's heard every triumph and every sin. Raise your mugs, let the mountain hear the sound. For the tales of the night shake the roots underground. Every voice is a legend in the making tonight. In the hearth-warm glow of the dwarven firelight. The armorers marching with their steel-bound pride, helms under arms, hammers at their side. Warriors follow, scarred by battle's hand, fresh from guarding the borders of the land. They speak of foes in the frostbitten dark, of shields that shattered and blades that spark. The barkeep listens, steady as stone, keeper of stories the mountain has known. Raise your mugs, let the mountain hear the sound. For the tales of the night shake the roots underground. Every voice is a legend in the making tonight. In the hearth-warm glow of the dwarven firelight.
misty glen where moonlit heather grows, a quiet master stirs his craft in shadows soft and close. With mortar worn by centuries and herbs of silver hue, he whispers names of ancient things that only elders knew. The cauldron hums a lullaby, a low and gentle tone, as firelight paints dancing shapes on walls of mossy stone. He gathers dew from spider webs before the break of dawn, for every drop holds secrets of the worlds that lie beyond. Ra, ra, raise your cups to the potion master, keeper of the green, brewer of the hidden paths no mortal eye has seen. From healing draughts to moonlit charms, his art will never fade, for hope is found in every brew the herbalist has made. The tongues of forest sprites, the warnings of the trees, the bitter root of sorrow bloom, the balm of honey leaves, a pinch of dusk, a thread of dawn, a breath of mountain rain. He binds them with a whispered vow to soothe another's pain. Travelers seek his humble door when fate has turned unkind, for in his jars lie remedies no healer else can find. Yet though his craft is wondrous, he asked for little pay. A story shared, a kindness done will settle any day. Raise your cups to the potion master, keeper of the green, brewer of the hidden paths no mortal eye has seen. From healing draughts to moonlit charms, his art will never fade, for hope is found in every brew the herbalist has made. But legends tell of darker nights when storms devour the sky, and shadows creep through Briar Hollow with a hungry hollow cry. Then from his hut the master walks with lantern burning bright, a guardian of root and rune who stands against the night. He casts no blade of tempered steel, no armor does he bear. His strength is in the living world, in wind and earth and air. And when the dawn returns again, the forest softly sings, for every herb and humble leaf bows gently to their king. Raise your cups to the potion master, keeper of the green, brewer of the hidden paths no mortal eye has seen. From healing draughts to moonlit charms, his art will never fade, for hope is found in every brew the herbalist has made. In a forge where moonlit embers dance upon the stone, dwells a mage of metal craft, forever wrought alone. He whispers ancient syllables to steel that longs to wake, and binds the breath of spirits deep within each blade he makes.
His hammer rings like prophecy across the midnight air, each spark a fleeting omen of the power hidden there. From shattered shields enchantment strong enough to turn aside all hate.
Raise your swords, let the runes ignite.
Armor gleams in the fading light.
Blessed by hands where the old spells gather.
Fight with steel that shall never shatter.
He carves the glyphs of warding where the iron meets the flame, and tempers breastplates forged for those who dare to chase their name.
A cloak of smoke surrounds him as he chants the binding vow to shield the hearts of warriors who stand upon the prow.
His craft is born of sacrifice, of blood and broken lore, a legacy of battles fought in ages gone before.
Yet still he toils unyielding, though the world forgets his art. For every charm he fashions holds a fragment of his heart.
Raise your swords, let the runes ignite.
Armor gleams in the fading light.
Blessed by hands where the old spells gather.
Fight with steel that shall never shatter.
I stalk the vale where shadows breathe and whisper names. My blade is cold, my heart is frail, yet still I hunt the crimson fangs. The villagers pray I end the blight, but none pray for the hunter's soul. For every beast I fell by night, another darkness takes its toll. O Lord of Dawn, keep watch o'er me, for I have walked where none should tread. The line grows thin twixt man and beast, and I fear which path my feet have led. If I should fall to cursed design, let not my shade in hunger roam. Grant me rest neath hallowed pine, and guide my weary spirit home. Like coals in winter's breath, their voices sweet as hemlock wine. They beckon me toward gentle death and promise peace I'll never find. I've seen the young, the old, the fair, all taken by their silken lies. Yet in their gaze a grief laid bare, a longing for their lost sunrise. O Lord of Dawn, keep watch o'er me, for I have walked where none should tread. The line grows thin twixt man and beast, and I fear which path my feet have led. If I should fall to cursed design, let not my shade in hunger roam. Grant me rest neath hallowed pine, and guide my weary spirit home.
Last eve beneath the ashen tower, a maiden pale drew close to speak. She touched my hand with ghostly power and kissed the fever from my cheek. But when she smiled, her fangs shone bright, a truth I dared not turn away. For in her curse I saw my plight, who's losing light each day.
O Lord of Dawn, look not for me, for I have crossed the final line.
The hunter's blood now sings to feed, and night has claimed what once was mine.
If I should rise in hunger's thrall, let none recall the man I've been.
Strike me down at evening's fall, and cleanse my soul of mortal sin. In the withered keep, where the cold winds creep, a warlock awakes from a dreamless sleep. His tomes aflame with forbidden lore, he charts the fate of kings at war. Through crystal eyes he spies the land, moves mortal lives with a shadowed hand. A whispered curse, a pact unmade, and kingdoms tremble at plans he laid. O warlock crowned in secrets deep, your schemes like storms across kingdoms sweep. The world bends low beneath your art, dark master weaving the realm apart. The lords with a serpent's tongue, turns friend to foe with a spell well sung. A treaty breaks at his quiet grin, for every peace hides a war within. His ravens fly with tidings grim, each message sealed with the mark of him. From tower high he shapes the night, a puppeteer cloaked in eldritch might. O warlock crowned in secrets deep, your schemes like storms across kingdoms sweep. The world bends low beneath your art, dark master weaving the realm apart. Ancient runes his power grows, a silent storm the kingdom knows. He binds the fates with iron will, and bends the night to serve him still. The stars themselves he dares to sway, to twist the threads of mortal day. For in his keep of stone and dread, he crowns himself where gods once tread.